In this video, we'll talk about how to create our own dataset in Python. So here we are going to use the pandas library of Python in order to create the data frames. So the topics which we are going to cover in this video are creating the empty data frame, then creating the data frame using list, then next is data frame creation from lists of lists. Next is creating the data frame from the dictionary of ND array, that is n-dimensional array. Next, we'll try to create the data frame by passing the list of dictionaries and row indexes. Then we'll see data frame creation using zip function. And lastly, we are going to see the data frame creation using the dictionaries of series, that is the pandas series, which will be used to create the data frames. So these are some of the ways by using which we are going to see how we can create the data set. So let's try to discuss all the points one by one. So before we begin the discussion about how to create the data set, let's take a quick look at what is the basic concept of a data frame, which in turn is going to create the entire data set. So data frame is basically a two-dimensional, size mutable, heterogeneous tabular structure which consists of rows and columns. So here what we are going to do is we are going to combine all the data frames in order to create the data set, which will exist in a tabular format. So in order to create these data frames, we'll take the help of pandas library of Python. So the pandas data frame consists of three basic components, that is data, rows and columns. With the help of pandas library of Python, we'll create the data frames, and these data frames can be combined to create the entire data set. So let's first see how to create the empty data frame. So we'll see how to do it practically. So here I have already installed Anaconda Python. Now I'll just open the Anaconda Navigator, and it is showing some IDEs which comes along with it. So here I am going to use Spider IDE. You can edit your code in any IDE of your choice. So here I am going to write the Python code in order to create an empty data frame. So first step is to import the pandas library. So for that, just type import space pandas, that is the library name. Now here I am going to create a reference name for this library so that I don't need to use the entire name, that is pandas, in order to access the methods and properties of this library. So I can refer it with the reference name which I am going to give here. So I have given the reference name as PD. Now next, just declare one variable. So I'm giving the variable name as data underscore frame equals to PD, that means the pandas library dot data frame. So this instruction is going to create an empty data frame. Now you can see the resultant output by printing this data frame by using print, and in bracket I'll pass the variable which I have given, that is data underscore frame. Alright, now I'll just save this file. So you can save it in any location of your choice. Now if you want to check the output, you can run this file by clicking on this button. So here it is showing the output as an empty data frame. Now next, let's see how to create the data frame using list. So now in order to perform this task, first I'll create a list. So take one variable. So I'm taking the variable as list1 equals to. Now in Python, we specify the list within square brackets. So I'll just put the square brackets and I'm giving the values to this list within single quotes and separating it with comma. So I have given the values as Python tutorial for computer science students. Now I have created the list. So the next task is to create the data frame. So just take one variable. So here I have taken the variable name as data underscore frame1 equals to PD dot data frame. Now this time you have to pass the variable name which is containing the list, that is list1. And now we can print this list with the help of print in bracket data underscore frame1. Now just run this file. So here it is showing the output. That is, our data frame has been successfully created by using the list. Now next we'll see how to create the data frame from the lists of lists. That means the nested list. So let's check out how to do it practically. So I have taken one variable in order to create a nested list. It's just a user defined name which I have mentioned here. You can take any variable name of your choice. Alright, so nested underscore list equals to, within first subscript, we'll take one more subscript and we'll provide the value. So first value I'm specifying as a string. So that is why I have given the single quotes over here. And the second value of this list is an integer. So there is no need to specify the quotes over here. Now separating it with comma, I'll take one more list and provide the values to it. Now next, I'll create a data frame. So data underscore frame2 equals to pd dot data frame in bracket. The first parameter which I am passing here is the nested underscore list. That is the variable which is holding the nested list. And the second parameter which I am specifying is the columns. Now this is quite different as compared to the previous example which we have seen. Here what we are doing is, we are also specifying the column names. That means for name column, it will specifically be listed as a name, and for the integer values, it will give the column name as age. So this is how, while creating a data frame, you can also specify the column names over here. And now you can print this data frame by using print, and in bracket, I'll pass the variable that is data underscore frame2. Now just run this code in order to see the output. So here, as you can see in this output, it has given the index values as 0 and 1 and the column names which we have specified in the code as name and age. Now we'll see how we can create the data frame from the dictionary of ND array, that is n-dimensional array. So here in the code, we'll first take a dictionary. So dictionary in Python is specified in curly brackets. Now within this dictionary, I'm going to take the ND arrays, that is n-dimensional arrays. So in Python, dictionaries contains the key value pairs, right? So here I'm giving the key as name and giving the value in the form of n-dimensional array. So that is why I'm specifying it within square brackets. Now second key which I'm going to take is age and giving it a list in the form of values. So this is how we can create a data frame by using the dictionary of ND arrays. Now in order to create the data frame, I'll just take one variable and pass this data variable which is containing the dictionary of ND array and print it with the help of print in bracket data underscore frame3. Now just run this code. So here in the output, as you can see, it has successfully created a data frame along with column names as well. As in the previous case, we have explicitly specified the column names, but this time it automatically recognizes the column names. Accordingly, it creates the data frame. Now next, let's see how to create the data frame by passing the list of dictionaries and row indexes. Now this time, instead of passing lists within dictionaries, we'll pass dictionaries within the list. So just take one variable. So I have taken the variable name as data1 and now we'll first take a list. So that is why take square brackets. Now within these square brackets, we'll take the dictionaries. So dictionaries are taken in curly brackets and it is going to contain the values in the form of key value pair. So I have given the address as key and value as Pune, and I'm giving the contact number as well, and the second key which I have taken is contact. Now next, separating it with comma, I have taken another dictionary and here also I'll give the key value pairs. So here I have taken the keys as name, address and contact. Now we'll create the data frame. So data underscore frame 4, this is the variable name which I have taken, equal to pd dot data frame in bracket. First I'll pass the variable that is data1, comma, index. Now here what the index means, as in the previous examples, we have seen the indexes. Each time it was showing the indexes starting from 0 up to n, but this time we are explicitly specifying the index values. So here I am giving the index values as 1, 2. Now print this data frame by using print in bracket data underscore frame 4, that is the variable name which is holding the data frame. Now just run this code in order to see the output. So here in the output, as you can see, instead of 0 and 1, it has shown the index values as 1 and 2. That means the indexes which we have explicitly specified while creating the data frame. Now the next option which we are going to see in order to create the data frame is by using the zip function. So let's see how to do it practically. So now we'll create the two lists. So I'm creating the list first by giving the variable name as L1 equal to, within square brackets, I'm specifying the values, separating it with comma, and here these values are nothing but the string values. Now I'll take one more list and just specify some values over here. Now next what I will do is, I'm going to combine these two lists and will create a single list in order to create a data frame. So for that, just take one variable. So here I have taken one variable, that is list underscore of underscore rows equals to list, that is the function name which is going to generate a list from the above two lists which we have declared. Now within this function, or we can say a method, I'm going to use the method that is zip. So zip in bracket L1, L2. Now just create a data frame. So take one variable. So here I'm taking the variable name as data underscore frame 5 equals to pd dot data frame, and in bracket pass the variable list underscore of underscore rows. Now just print this data frame by using print in bracket data underscore frame 5, that is the variable name. Now if we try to run this code, so here it is showing the output. It has created a data frame by combining the two lists which we have declared. Now one more option to create the data frame is by using the dictionaries of series. So let's try to implement it practically. So here I'm going to take the help of series method of pandas library. So just create the data series. So for that I have taken the dictionary. So open it with curly bracket and containing the key value pair. So first I'm going to specify the key, that is 1, and separating it with colon, we give the value. So pd dot series, that is the method of pandas library. In bracket, pass the first parameter as the values to be present in the series by separating it with comma, and secondly, we can specify here the indexes as well. So index equal to, I have given the indexes over here a, b, c. Now I have taken one more key value pair over here. So key is 2, and separating it with colon, I have given the series by passing the values and giving the index values as well. Now create the data frame with the help of this variable which is holding the panda series. So data frame 6 equals to pd dot data frame, and in bracket pass the variable that is data underscore series. Now just print this data frame by using print, and in bracket pass the variable that is data underscore frame 6. Now run this code. So here it is showing the output. It has given the column names as 1 and 2. So these are the keys which we have given in the dictionary, and the indexes which we have created, that is a, b, c, are shown over here instead of 0, 1, 2 and so on. So this is how you can create the data frame using the pandas series. So these are some of the examples which we have seen in order to create the data frames. Now if you want to create the entire data set, so if you'll combine all these data frames, so the resultant data will be considered as a data set. So I hope you have got how to create the data frames by using multiple ways. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please do subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for further videos as well. Thank you.